to pray. There's no angels where I go, only pieces that are broken, scattered dreams across the floor. I'm home.
Alrighty, hello everybody, this is Kira's show here. Now, I know this is coming around after 3 o'clock. I tried recording earlier after I got done with yard work. That did not work out because the microphone was not close to my face. So the audio quality was shit. But that does give me a chance to actually make an improvement on that. So I'm actually not that angry about it. Along with that, I did actually work on my car, and I actually got it fixed. Although, driving it around was very fun, I did have to come home. One thing, if you ever learn to drive a stick shift, that does not leave your head. That is glued in there like a fucking memory. Now, let us begin. When we last left off, Todoroki had just reunited with his mother. And Inko and Hasashi were basically made aware of the court order. Now, they know she's not going to do anything to him, but they were still told to keep a close eye on him. Over the next few weeks, Todoroki and his mother would basically she would come to see him and talk with him, along with the fact that, per one of the actions on the order, she was told that she was going to be needing a job. So she actually did take up a job as replacing Endeavor in his hero agency. I have done this in one of my other what ifs, but what I'm changing it to be is she's going to be more, she's not going to be the face of it, but she's going to rebrand the agency and somewhat change the way it works. She's going to be changing it to where heroes of any type of variety can come and actually work there now, instead of just flame heroes. Because that is really, really stupid. Now then, with that, basically more heroes will be coming in, like you could have Bubble Girl come work the organization, Mirko, I believe her name was, the number 5 hero, and other people. Now, those are just some examples I can think of off the top of my head since I actually did Google their names. I did, however, forget to Google Todoroki's mother. That is annoying. Never mind, just did. Rei. Like R-E-I. So, Rei would basically be getting accustomed and somewhat get backlash from people working there who would actually somewhat quit, somewhat stay, because they actually do appreciate the changes. People who've been there for longer, they were basically taught to tough it all out and see if things get better. Now, eventually people would be leaving and coming back, but that's not what this story's about. Now, Todoroki and Deku. Over those couple of weeks, they were basically still doing school and actually having a bit of fun and enjoying themselves, with Deku still doing some physical training and Todoroki actually joining him. However, he would not do it for as long as Deku can, since he can go for hours on end if he wanted to. But Deku does know he does have physical limitations. Now, with that, Deku, he's somewhat just... The amount of blood he drinks per day, it's not enough to keep him, it doesn't keep him full, but it doesn't keep him hungry, since he can also mix it with stuff like food. Basically, you can put blood on pancakes, blood on, anything really. As long as it's got that on it, he can eat it. And basically fill in the gaps in his hunger. Now, basically, Deku, he would, doing that for the next couple years, but we're not skipping for the next couple years. We're skipping for the next year and a half. So around 9.5 to 10 years old. During this time, Todoroki's finally been able to actually move in and actually live with his mother. Along with the fact that she basically did get custody of the house and Endeavor did get put in prison. Now, that being said, Deku and Todoroki, they're basically hanging out in class and Deku still does wear his outfit. Now, he has been training things about his body, kind of like his quirks, with his heightened reflexes and his strength. His strength and his stamina he trains the most, but his regeneration, he has actually tried thinking of ways to train it. However, they're basically not very good or healthy, since it would require him to basically burn through a lot of blood in their house. Along with that, he does have a little outburst every now and then, but he's able to control the urge in his head to drink blood anytime he sees it. He is able to repress that urge. Now, during the stay in lunch, at lunch, Deku, I would say they're in the cafeteria. Everyone is basically eating lunch, and someone would see Deku pull out a thermos as he begins to undo it, and he's actually drinking from it. So they're still confused, and let's say this is a new kid, or at least someone who's cocky and arrogant about his quirk. I wouldn't say Monoma because this is a, different school. Plus, this is an actual academy. Now, with that, this boy, let's say he actually does come up and actually try to mess with and talk with Deku, as he's confused about that hood. Deku would just look outside, and he thinks he should be fine for a minute, as he would just take it off, and turn to the guy, asking him if there's a problem. So you are able to take that thing off. Tell me, why do you even wear this outfit? Because of my quirk. Really, what are you? Well, it's not what I am, it's what my quirk is. My quirk is vampirific, or vampire. Vampire, really? As a lot of people are watching this go on, they remember that time Deku caught flame, or went on fire. Momo would basically say that he really shouldn't do that, he should just walk away. Oh, you shut it, Yaoyorozu. Hey, I'm just trying to warn... I don't care. Now, I already know about your quirk. Basically, you turn food into whatever you want. I don't care about that. Now, you. Vampirific. What exactly do you mean? Listen, I suggest you walk away. Really now. As Deku would just immediately just come up close to him saying, walk away now. As Deku, as soon as he finishes that sentence, the guy looks into his mouth, seeing Deku's fangs. He somewhat just takes a step back, actually just asking, so, you are a vampire. What exactly do you have in that? As he actually does look at the thermos. Deku just tells him that it's blood. Oh, really? As the guy immediately just grabs the thermos and it opens it up. So, this is what you drink, or eat, right? Yes, but... disgusting. As the guy immediately goes to pour it out. Deku would just immediately basically just zoom as fast as he can to the dude, which surprises him as Deku grabs his wrist right before he can even finish, or even start pouring the blood out. The dude just tries to pull away from Deku as Deku, he's just holding his hand, or his wrist. Deku would just tell him to screw the cap back on. The guy would immediately go to throw a punch with his other hand, but Deku, not even looking away, he would just dodge it very easily. The guy is still confused as Deku just goes on saying, put the cap back on. Now, listen. I suggest you do that and then walk away. I'm very hungry and you are stopping me from enjoying my meal. Deku, or Midoriya, as Momo would just walk up to him and basically just grab the thermos out of the guy's hand and push him away. You know, you really should just listen to him. Why? Because he gets his blood from a blood bank, from donors. If he wanted to, he could just bite into your neck. Oh, please, he's not that strong. Look down at your wrist, as the dude sees the entire mark around his hand. As Momo would just hand the thermos back to Deku, Deku just opens it up and immediately begins chugging it. As people are watching him, there begins to be somewhat of a trail of blood coming down his face. People are just somewhat weirded out by this and a little horrified as Deku, he immediately just calms down and just immediately just sighs as he begins looking around. People are staring at him. Now, Deku would just immediately go to bring his hand up, and as soon as he does, he just covers his mouth. People are just staring at him as they begin whispering. Is he really going to be a hero? Well, it's kind of weird, but with his quirk, I don't think he can. As Todoroki would just speak up, saying that, you guys really think he can't be? Are you serious? Think about it. His quirk. The drawbacks to it, yeah, they're shitty. I'll give it that, but the power behind it is amazing. I've seen it in action. Don't just doubt him because of that. Now, people, they're still somewhat hesitant as Momo would just hand Deku a napkin. Deku would just wipe away the blood as he would just say thank you, bringing his hood back up and somewhat just saying, well, being embarrassed. Now, Deku, he would begin walking home for the day, and this is whenever, as he's doing so, he actually does run across a little situation. There's a group of boys actually bullying a girl. And Deku, he wanted to ignore it, but he just felt something in his head tell him not to. Basically telling him to stand up for, well, the little guy. If not, at least, don't just let this happen. Stop it. So he would just walk over and he would hear the conversation. So, your quirk, it's villainous, right? No, it's not. I'm gonna be a hero. Your quirk, it's basically stupid. It's not stupid. It might get better. Like, think about the number 2 hero and the number 3 hero. What about them? They have blood quirks, and theirs are different. They drink it and they get physically stronger. Not just that. You want to be like those vampires? Now, Deku would actually make his presence known, as they would look at him and they're questioning, who exactly are you supposed to be and why are you wearing all that? Well, you see, it's because of my quirk. Oh, your quirk, really? So, why are you even butting in? Buzz off. Oh, I'm sorry. I heard you mention vampires and blood quirks. I was trying to butt in because I have a very interesting quirk you might like to hear about. So, what about it? Well, you see, the hero Celine is my mother. Celine? The number... Oh, shit. And the number 3 hero is my father. The cloaked hero. That's not right, is it? Oh, really? As Deku would just immediately just pull off his hood again, and they would see his pale skin and his red eyes. Well, as the sun immediately makes Deku basically start smoking, I do believe you called those quirks villainous, correct? I'll tell you one thing. My mother and father have set a good example for me. Even then, My quirk isn't villainous. It's the person who uses it. And the fact that you bully someone just because they think they can be heroes with their quirks, that's stupid and annoying. As Deku, he would start, catching up in flames as he just starts patting himself down and he would just slip his hood back on. They're still questioning Deku as they see the skin on his face begin to heal. You can't be serious. I'm very serious. Now, buzz off. Just because you're telling us to. As Deku, he's walking over. I said just to leave her alone. We're not gonna listen to you. Besides, you're probably joking with us. As all of them begin to rush at Deku. Deku would just put his hands behind his back and do one simple thing. He would just start dodging them and actually just using his feet to kick at them. While he's doing so, they're all basically just cannon fodder, and Deku takes them down very easily. And the last person he does, he's punching them in the face as they just begin falling over. Basically just telling him that he's a monster. Really? The guys would get back up as Deku would just be walking over. Toga is basically telling him to dodge as Deku, he would just dodge to the left and immediately just move his body to the right as he brings his leg up, kicking it straight into the kid's gut. As the kid gets sent flying, Deku would just turn around and reveal his fangs and his glowing eyes, telling them to buzz off again, if not to just fuck off. Now, this would actually scare them as they begin to run, and Deku would introduce himself to Toga. She's quite intrigued and actually really interested. Wait, you have a blood quirk? Celine's your mom? That's amazing! Well, yes, actually, but I do need to get home. Really? Yes, actually. My name is Deku, well, not Deku. My name is Izuku, or Midoriya, you can call me. Okay, Midoriya? Yes, actually. Well, anyways, it was nice meeting you. Wait, I have a question. Yes? With my quirk, do you think I could be a hero? Well, what is it? I know it involves blood. Um, basically, I can copy a person's appearance, the way they talk, but I cannot copy memories or anything of the sort. Oh, that's actually very useful. Really? How so? I've only been told it's just useless. Well, you could be like a infiltration stealth-based hero. Or a detective, really. It's not about your quirk, it's how you use it. Toga just thinks about these words, as she would basically exchange phone numbers with Deku, and Deku would go home. This is whenever Inko would basically be asking Deku what took him so long, because he's usually home about 20 minutes sooner. Deku would have to explain what happened as she would see blood on his gloves, and she's a bit more hesitant to actually believe him, until Deku would just reveal that he got a girl's phone number, along with the fact that he actually did talk to her and basically help her out with her problem. Inko is actually proud of Deku as she would just tell him that that's okay and it's perfectly fine now, but she will at least need to talk to this girl. Now, that school would basically try and get in contact with Deku as they were told about what happened, and Inko would basically be talking to that school, figuring it all out and explaining things. Along with the fact that going over some footage showed that this is exactly what happened. Deku just walking up and basically helping Toga. Along with the fact that he didn't try and drink blood. He just, he would have taken off his gloves, but he just, well, rinsed them off whatever he could. Now, that is where I'm going to be leaving things off of, guys. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and have an amazing day.